Someone delete that message. What message? Wow. Message retracted. What's Wesley? Wow, dude. What's up, man? How are you doing? Wow, Amon just wow. Okay, Amon's like, bye. I just came here to say wow, bye-bye. You got your first car. Nice, dude. Nice. So wait, you're all moved in and you're in PA, right? Daniel? You're all moved in PA? Where'd you go? You were going to school there or something, if I remember right. What kind of car did you get? Is it like a clunker, kind of like a used car kind of deal? I don't want to say clunker, but is it like an older like used car kind of deal, or did you actually like get like something sort of new, or like are you leasing, or did you just kind of have the money to drop like a couple grand or a grand or something on just something to get you from A to B? Grand Cherokee 2005. Okay, yeah. So you got that's nice though. Is it at least good condition? Why are you mad, Wesley? What's wrong? Why are you pissed? Because I went live? Say how the Giants made you suicidal. Stop it. Dude, honestly, like, look, man, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I want to say like I feel bad, but like, look, you know me, like I'm a Browns fan, and I've had to endure like I've had to endure quite a bit of heartache myself, probably worse. If the Giants go 0 and 17, well then yes, then we can start talking about suicide. Then we can start talking about suicidal thoughts. Um, but you miss your mom's Grand Cherokee? Why is that? Baker hitting them drums. Dude, that's the only thing. That's like one of the things, man. Like Rock Band is like the one few the one thing on my list of things I really like to do that like is just like it helps keep me sane, like as sane as I can possibly remain. Your team will be on suicide watch. See, I don't think that's the case though. I mean, the Falcons aren't exactly like this isn't like, the years where you're going, one, they lost Julio Jones. I mean, I'm not sure what you can expect from the Falcons reasonably at this point. Like realistically, where do you think the Falcons? What do you think the Falcons will be record wise? Uh, you lost your game yesterday because of freaking refs pity party. What? Oh, we'll see where it went downhill. I had to replace both engine gaskets, but it should be 100% by Wednesday. Wow, imagine being 0-1, then 0-2, but Browns will fortunately feel that pain tomorrow. Yeah, you know what, JJ? I'm actually going to be at that game tomorrow. My brother and I got tickets to go see that game like months ago. So, Tyrod, you know what's going to happen? The last time Tyrod Taylor played in Cleveland, I'm pretty sure this is the case. The last time Tyrod Taylor, well, yeah, the last time he actually played a game in Cleveland was the Monday night game. No, wait, Thursday. Yeah, it was the Monday night game or Thursday night game against the Jets when he got concussed and Baker Mayfield started, and that was the end of his career in Cleveland. So my guess is that Miles Garrett is gonna concuss Tyrod Taylor on tomorrow, and he's gonna end up in the same spot. Who's the Texans' backup if Tyrod Taylor has to go out? Deshaun Watson. You think 6-11 for the Falcons? Dude, what are they gonna do with Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan will probably end up dying. I mean, what are they going to do with Matt Ryan at this point? Like, I don't know. I feel like Matt Ryan, for some reason, I feel like he's still a good quarterback, but like, I feel like the Falcons are they've lost talent. I mean, they've hemorrhaged talent over the last few years. You played a team's first game on their new turf field, and one of their moms passed away, so the refs gave them every call. I mean, was it that way, or just did it just seem that way? Like, Shut up. What if I don't want to pay attention to you? Stop. You just get louder. He's just like, listen to me, Dad. I'm screaming. Listen to me, Dad. I'm screaming for you. Meow. Why do you? Ew, look at that. He's got shit on his whisker. Dude, Chester, you were so gross. It's probably water. I think it's a water droplet. He's probably drinking water. Um, they didn't even make it seem believable. Texas gonna go 5-0. Tyra's gonna injured and lose out. Stupid thing cost us the game. Holding call on Daniel Jones. 56-yard touchdown run. Darius Slay channeling his inner Ingram. I saw that. I did see that replay of that catch that he dropped in the end zone, and I saw you guys kind of chatting about it. And someone said, "Oh, it was kind of like out of his reach or whatever." Those are. I bet you at that moment, some of you Giants fans are like, "Man, I miss Odell. Odell would have made that catch. He would have one-handed that shit too, just to make it look tougher than it was. He would have been like, whoop, with his stickum on his gloves." Tyrod Taylor started so many careers: Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Herbert. Yeah, was he there? Was he there? Was he there when Josh Allen started though? Because I thought Josh Allen was drafted the same year as Baker, right? I thought they were drafted the same year. So is that even? I don't think that's true. I thought they were drafted the same year, or same season, basically, same draft class. Why do I feel like that's a thing? They are. They were in the same draft class, so there's no way he could have. I mean, he got traded from Buffalo before they drafted Josh Allen, but like it's not like he went down in Buffalo and then Josh Allen started and then he did the same thing in Cleveland. Like I remember Tyler has Super Bowl rank. Well, yeah, I mean that's yes. Fans are sharing Darius Slayton death threat. Heading to the movies with Marcus. Nice, have fun, dude. I was texting Melinda the other day because I texted her that trailer for Matrix 4. I think Melinda's home. I think she yelping a kiss. Ooh. Preston about to get an HJ in the movies though. Anyways, or give one, I don't know. It's like, the movie theater. They're like, we're gonna sit in the back row too. Um, uh, we were talking about seeing the Matrix 4, so I think she would actually be interested in seeing it. And I was like, yeah, I would think about going to the movie theater to see it, but then my first thought, which is terrible that we have to think this way nowadays, the first thought that went through my mind was, you know what? There's probably gonna be some dickhead that goes to the movie theater that day and ends up like shooting a bunch of people. Like it's just I don't want to think that way, but like you kind of have to think like, dude, like for because that movie's gonna be a really big deal, I think, to a certain crowd. Um, Maybe not so much like the younger generation, but I think for people my age, like that's gonna be like, oh my god, like a Matrix 4, like that's insane. Like I feel like that movie's gonna be really popular, and that's the perfect opportunity for some dumbass to do something. Do we get good seats for the game? I have no idea. I think they're like bleacher seat kind of things because dude, like with all the talent they have all the team, those fucking salaries, like to Browns tickets used to be cheap before. Now they're expensive as fuck because you got to pay OBJ. Like it's just shut up. What are you wailing for? What? What? Well, stop scratching yourself to death, you butthead. What? Yeah, we're going to the game tomorrow, and then we were talking about going to the Thursday night game against Denver. Is OBJ even going to play? No, he's ruled out. He's ruled out for Sunday already. They ruled him out earlier in the week, so he'll save you that pain. But that doesn't mean anything, you know. I mean, they went the majority of the season last season without him and still went 11-5. So and went to the playoffs. and went to the second round. Let's be honest, OBJ has done crap since he's been in Cleveland. No, that's not. I don't say. See, I wouldn't say that's true because remember that Dallas game last year? He was a big reason why Cleveland ended up winning that game. Like he, like no doubt. Now, granted, yeah, it's been like there've been like he's had certain games where he's just like gone off. He hasn't been consistent, but I think part of that too is just that between him and Baker, they haven't ever. It doesn't seem like they fully developed like a great chemistry because I think again, this was the same discussion that came up last year. Was like everyone's like, dude, like Baker's doing so much better without him because he doesn't have to worry about trying to force balls to Odell because of the fact that he's such an individual. Like he's not really a team guy. He's just like I want to. I don't know. I don't want to say that. He wants to carry so much responsibility and thinks like if you're not throwing to me, then why are you even throwing the ball? You know what I'm saying? So like I think that puts a lot of pressure on Baker to make sure that he tries to get the ball to him. And so when Odell's out, he has like he feels like he has a lot more options as opposed to like, oh God, well Odell's in the game, so I have to throw to him. You know what I'm saying? So, but Odell's had like he's had certain games where he's done really well, but then he's had games where he's done like barely anything. But you know what? Like that's fine too, though. I guess at the end of the day, like it's always great. Like when especially like when Josh Gordon played for the Browns. Josh Gordon wasn't always doing everything, but like when you have a player that's so impactful on your team that like people have to double them or they have to strategize a game plan around that one guy. Like that alone is huge. So I mean, even if you don't do anything, even if you don't have any stats that whole game, the fact that you took like a double cover and you allowed someone else to have a good game, like that's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, it's a team game, right? I mean, it's like if you helped your team win, even if you were just a decoy, that's fine. I'll take the win no matter what. OBJ can go 0 for 0, and no attempts thrown his way. But if they win, it doesn't matter. Maybe not Chiefs, but they were saying Tyrod Taylor shot Josh Jordan for 1 month for getting traded. Did he? That just I don't know. That just doesn't seem right though. That just doesn't seem right. Is Jarvis currently the longest tenured Brown? I don't think so because I'm pretty sure Miles Garrett was already on the team before they had yeah, Njoku and Garrett would have been there first. Those would be like the most tenured. I'm trying to think. Like Batonio's been there for a while too. He's got to be up there somewhere. Because Batonio, I think, came in even before Joe Thomas was retired. Geez, that is a new team. Yeah. So I've been working on I can't remember. You missed 16 Browns. Wow. All right, JJ. Okay. Yeah, no, dude, right? Imagine O line. If Joe Thomas would have stuck around, but 0-16 was too much for him mentally. Which I mean, I understand. Like once you go through so many years of like losing and you get your hopes up, you have these high hopes every season, but then you always have you imagine then you have all these different coaches every year. We're not going 16, go 0-16. Well, I mean, I still have the video. There was this video I started working on. It was a Baker Mayfield video that I never finished. Actually, I think I finished. I just never like produced it. Like, but I can't put it on YouTube because I got like certain sound and stuff in the background, or it's got plays for like NFL replays and stuff like that. He's blocked for about 150 quarterbacks. I know, right? That poor guy. Like, if the Browns ever win a Super Bowl, like they just like just because they just got to give Joe Thomas a Super Bowl ring. Like someone should just give him the ring and be like, dude, like you were probably like one of the marquee players in NFL history, not just Cleveland Browns history, in NFL history. Like you just deserve a ring just because you're associated with the team. Like the guy still, and he's still very actively involved with like going on their Nathan Zagura, like they have that podcast they do like every week. Like he'll show up there. He has his own podcast with some other dude, and they're always talking about the Browns and stuff like that. Like the dude's like just a he's just a city guy. And I would have never imagined because I remember having bad thoughts about this guy when he was drafted. Like he was Cleveland's first round pick that whatever year it was, like was it 2000? No, I want to say 2007, but that's not right. I know it was sometime after that. He was Cleveland's first round pick, and I think he was like number 3 overall or something. And they were like, "Yeah, Joe Thomas isn't here at the draft because he's like out on a boat with his dad or something." And I'm like thinking, like, really? Like, what a bum! Like, I was like so irritated by that, and to think that like he turned out to be this guy that's just such a loyal due to the city and the team and all that, like you would have never, I would have never have guessed him to be that kind of guy. I think usually like a lot of people, a lot of players, I feel like disassociate themselves from the team like after they've kind of moved on, right? You know, but then again, I wouldn't know because it's not like I follow like anyone else who used to play for another team and but I guess I look at it like Peyton Manning doesn't seem like he like has all these like crazy ties to the Colts or to the Broncos or anything like that. He's kind of just like moved on and is doing his own thing. I don't know if I could say of like Eli as well. Like does Eli do anything related to the Giants? Like is he like really, a Giants fan and like doing podcasts on behalf of the Giants or, I don't know. You think I'm tired because he was tired of maintaining physique right now he wanted to get ripped? Well, he certainly lost some weight. Well, I think there was more to it than that. I mean, I remember there was trade talks at some point. I feel like I feel like that could have been part of it too, because there was some crap about, how what's his name was supposedly gonna trade Joe Thomas away. And it was just like, dude, that would be the dumbest freaking thing. It was 2007? Wow. I got a good ass memory then. Damn, I got a good ass memory. Damn, so he started when Romeo Crennel was still the Browns head coach. Ain't that some shit? So 2007 would have been the year that 2007 would have been the year that that was actually one of the Browns' best seasons. Like since, well, I mean, the Browns' best season was last season. I think in the recent franchise history since '99. But 2007 would have been the best season prior to that. That's when they went 10-6 and missed the playoffs, all because they couldn't beat Cincinnati. And I remember that season was the season where Charlie Fry was the starting quarterback. Charlie Fry was the starting quarterback for the Browns week 1 in 2007 and was traded before week 2 in 2007. He got hurt. Derek Anderson took over and was the Browns starting quarterback for the rest of that season, and they went 10-6. And then in 2008, I think I remember this because I remember seeing like there was a preseason game. I swear to God, it was a preseason game where they were playing like Carolina or something, and Derek Anderson took this shot to the head. And I feel like whatever team it was that they were playing against in 2007 or 2008 season preseason, he took a hit to the head, and he was never the same after that. Like he just fell apart as a quarterback. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. He just went to shit. And then Braylon Edwards like was crap. Like, he had a good season in 2007, but after that, the dude dropped off the map because he couldn't hold on to the damn ball if his life depended on it. Oh, but I was gonna say, like, I ended up taking on a side project outside of work. Well, I've been working. I was working with someone from work actually, who actually was kind enough to think of me to work on a side project with him, where I was able to actually make some extra money on the side. Peyton Hillis, the first draft pick. What do you mean, like the first overall draft pick in 2007? Would that have been? Wouldn't that have been? Wouldn't that was that Clowney? Was Clowney the first over? It couldn't have been Clowney, right? No, it couldn't. That wasn't 2007. Was it? Okay. I for some reason I feel like I always tie him to Miles Garrett for some reason. Clowney with the F. What? What? Wait, hold on. I'm confused. You said yes, but like yes to what? Peyton Hillis was not a first round. He was not the first overall pick in 2007. There's no effing way that's true. My kickstand. Clowney's like 2016. That's right. Oh well, I guess it kind of seems like he was drafted that long ago because of the fact that he didn't even last like a contract re-signing with his the team that drafted him. Right? I mean, he didn't even make it. What? He only made it his rookie contract, right? They didn't. Texas didn't even re-sign him. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, you were on a team. Jamarcus Russell. Oh God. Yeah, no, I know that, Donovan, but he was talking about the first overall pick, not like the first. He didn't word it appropriate. Like it was like he wasn't talking about Cleveland's first pick because I did mention that Thomas was Cleveland's first pick in 2007. Yeah, Clowney is in Cleveland right now. What? Can you stop, dude? I need to get you like some anxiety medicine or something. I need some like tranks for this cat. Stop scratching the shit out of your head, dude. I feel like, or he's got like dry skin because he like scratches the shit out of his head, and it's like he's got like blood spots because he like is dry, but like he's like his nails scratch the shit out of his head. And then they drafted Brady Quinn. Yeah, I still think Kareem Hunt was an inside job. Was it? What? The fact that the Browns were able to get Kareem Hunt, like, is that what you mean? There was a wink and a nod between Dorsey and whoever the Chiefs GM was at the time, or the NFL. Roger Goodell and Dorsey was like it was a wink and a nod type of deal. Johnny Manziel. I had hopes for Johnny Manziel, except for the fact that then when you saw the crap where it's like, Mike Pettin was like yelling at him because he was in Vegas like drunk diving on a blown up swan or whatever. They got him for so cheap. Got who for so cheap? Oh, Hunt? Well, yeah, because remember there was him allegedly like beating the crap out of that chick in the elevator or whatever. So like, well, yeah, I mean he was. But can you imagine like, dude, the Browns have so much freaking talent. That's the thing, man. Like, I just hope, I feel like after the first game, because week one can always go anyone's way. They obviously were. They were obviously they were solely responsible as a team for squandering that game away. But because of the fact that that was the case, was that even despite like the mishaps, they were still in that game to the end, and that was against the Chiefs. So either that's saying like the Browns are definitely a much better team than last year, or the Chiefs are actually a worse team than they are expected to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it could go either way, but like I feel like it's more just like the Browns are just a better team, and so they're able to actually overcome turnovers and stuff like that and still like win a game. That's really positive if that's the case. Like I would love to see that. What's up, Darrell? Darrell, I saw you were asking about me in Discord. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, this is Chester. That. Oh god. Okay. Chester's like meow 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 meow. Yay! Yay! Everyone in the Giants boat is off the team, right? Oh, you mean the banana boat thing? You think the Browns are just much more improved? Yeah, I think so too. Like, having that offseason and plus again, like they did all that and then Odell wasn't there. And then they lost I don't think it was a starting lineman, but it probably was. because again, I didn't recognize the name, but like they lost an offensive lineman like in the first quarter or some shit like that to injury. So I mean, you were playing shorthanded, but you can't use that as an excuse because shit, you want a playoff game with your head coach being at home. That'll the Steelers will never live that down. There's actually I don't know if you guys saw. I posted it in Discord like a few days ago. It was a hat that someone had come up with a concept for, which was like "Make Ben Cry Again" or something. They were trying to get someone to produce the hats for him. That's too funny. OBJ is gonna be a huge help when he finally gets back. Yeah, I mean, just to have even like I said, we were talking earlier. I was saying even just to have him out there as a decoy, like if that guy could literally just do nothing but run routes, and as long as he draws attention because people know how dangerous he is, that's all you need. Why don't you make a video or live stream of week two picks? Because I don't know, dude. Like I don't like. I've never been big into doing that. Like you guys saw, like Preston and I and Cam and us used to try to do that kind of stuff before, but that stuff's just like I don't know. Like I mean, picks are one thing, I guess, but like I'm not like big with like trying to predict scores and stuff like that. I know that's the one thing that those guys like to do in the past was like try to predict scores and stuff, but I'm just like, eh, meh. That's the one thing I just don't like to do. You can't. I know, right? I knew Cleveland was gonna win as soon as Juju started posting crap on TikTok. Yeah, well, that was his own doing, man. What an idiot. I'm sure he learned his lesson. But yeah, so anyways, I was talking earlier about the side project, and so like I got a chance to do like some work. Like it's basically like programming work that I don't normally get to do at work right now, my actual job. And I got to learn some new technology ish that I haven't worked with before, and and I get paid for it, so that was nice. So I actually get like a decent chunk of money for doing a side project. So that was actually something pretty cool to do because I've never done anything like a contract type of work ever in the past, and so this is my first time actually doing something like that. So it was kind of like scary, but like now that I've done it, it's like, yeah, I can see myself doing something like that again. That was pretty neat. My part wasn't nearly as big as what the other guy had to do, like by a lot. But I spent a little bit of time on it. So Baker, the new Fortnite season is mad. I think I saw some advertisement for the new season. The Jets are looking promising. Who's Wilson for the Jets? I don't I don't know, man. Who's their quarterback anyway? I forget. Who did the Jets take? Zach Wilson? Oh, that's their quarterback? Damn. I don't remember the name. No, I'm not joking. I don't remember that. And plus like Zach Wilson, that's such like a just a that's such a boring name. That doesn't seem like a New York Jets quarterback kind of name, you know? That's no Joe Theismann, man. That's no Sam Darnold. Just Zach Wilson. Like just boring ass Zach Wilson. Hi, my name's Zach. The whitest name ever. I know, right? So I'm saying. Do you know the Jags QB? Trevor Lawrence. Yes, I know the Jags QB. But I think Urban Meyer is gonna regret them ever drafting that guy. They should have taken Justin Fields, man. Ooh, he is shit. Yeah, I know. I know. When Ohio State crushed them, like that's all you needed to see, man. Like everyone was praising that guy, and Ohio State shit on him. Urban just sucks in gen. No, see, hold on a second. Hold on a second. First off, really, you're really gonna say that? Come on, Urban is not. I mean, maybe okay. If you mean to say like okay, from an NFL standpoint, that he could basically be like Saban, basically, right? Like remember Saban tried to make that transition to NFL, and so yes, I mean because again, he basically remember Ohio State first ever CFP champions head coach Urban Meyer. So I mean, he knows football. He knows college football. But yeah, it's a huge jump to go between the college and the NFL, and I'm starting to see some of those same stories that you had for with guys like Harbaugh, for example, Jim Harbaugh. Where he was treating like veterans like college players and stuff, and vets are just like no, dude, this isn't how we operate. And so it sounds like they've got like a locker room issue now. And again, you never know. It's all speculation or just whatever. But I mean, there's probably some truth to it. But didn't Trevor win the NCAA championship at age 17? I have no idea. That doesn't mean anything. It's college football, man. College football, again, it's the reason why I don't really watch college football because this college football is not the elite of the elite. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like, it depends on what conference you're in and all that kind of crap. You're playing against easy ass teams. I mean, your schedule can just lend itself to you being good, or it depends on the program too, right? So, I mean, to me, that's why I don't like college football. The way someone performs in college, you need to take with a grain of salt. That's why it's always a huge risk when you draft anyone because you never know. Like, there's no guarantee that the skills that you have in college will translate to the NFL. He'll resign before the middle of the season. Hey, what's up, Mom? I saw you. How are you doing? It would be a lot easier to win in the NFC North than it would the NFC West. Yeah. I feel bad when religious schools plays Bama or Clemson and like TCU can actually handle big teams. Tom Brady playing until like he's like 50. Dude, he's gonna get an ACL tear, man. I'm telling you, and then he's gonna be done. Baker has more NFL receiving yards than the Giants first round draft pick. God, that's terrible. He's got like negative yards. Yeah, I'm great. I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT that's just not signed to any team. I don't think that's going to be good. I don't think that's going to work out good for them, Preston. I don't know, man. Wilson might end up being the best QB from this draft 3 years from now, kind of like Baker. Yeah, I don't know. You just have to see. Coaching matters. I mean, clearly, right? The Browns actually had a decent. It matters when you actually have a decent head coach. I mean, they just. And can you imagine? Just think about the fact that. Just think about the fact that they were talking about getting. What's his name? Stefanski, like what, 2 years ago or something? Now, granted, would he have been the same guy? Would he have had the same success last year with the Browns if it were 2 years prior to that? Because there's a lot you have to take into consideration, right? You have to take into consideration the team, the Browns team itself. They didn't have. They wouldn't have had OBJ. They wouldn't have had like Landry, right? Well, I think they had Landry, but like they wouldn't have had near the talent they have right now. Stefanski would have had less experience under his belt. So I mean, just like that post I posted you know what? I don't think I posted it in Discord. Maybe I did. It was like some post that I saw from Reddit, which is weird because Reddit, ever since I downloaded the app, I keep getting notifications in Reddit, and like everything I see is like inspiring type stuff, which has actually been good because it's been nice to like see some things that are just like, hey, this is like positivity stuff. Um, um, but like it was something like if something doesn't work out, I think I did post that in Discord. It was something like if something doesn't work out, there was a reason for that because you deserve better or something. I think it's kind of like that. Like just the timing just wasn't right for that situation. So if they would have brought Stefanski on, it could have been too soon for him. It could have been too soon for the team. But the fact that they were able to wait a couple years and then get what they want, that was 2 years more of experience he had, 2 years more of a developed roster that Cleveland was able to come up with. I mean, it's just crazy. Just crazy. Preston, you're high. Wait, hold on. Let's start the debate. Were we saying Baker Mayfield is better than Josh Allen? Baker's the same amount of receiving yards. Okay. I mean, let's just say that the last time Josh Allen played the Steelers versus the last time Baker Mayfield played the Steelers. That's all I'm going to say, okay? But to be fair, like I said, week one is always a bad week. Week one, like you can't judge every. No, Lamar Jackson was not the best receiver in that draft. Stop it. Just stop. You said the best QB. First off, you're joking because maybe the best halfback. But that's only because he also has the option to throw the ball. That's two different seasons. I mean, the teams are basically the same, though. I mean, it's not like Buffalo dramatically changed between last year and this, last season and this season. Neither did Cleveland. They didn't change. Nothing changed between the teams. They still have the same quarterback. Like mostly their entire team remained intact. But I think you can't judge a whole lot based on week one anyway. Like you just can't. Like, and I've said that for years. Like everyone, I see like Skip and Shannon have the stupid debates over. It's just like, guys, that's why I can't stand sports talk, like kind of crap, because everyone just like comes up with all these questions about week after week one. It's just like, dude, no, like you don't ask these questions now. It's week one. Like literally, it's the first time the teams played like an actual team in an actual game for like a year, or okay, not a whole year, but like 8 months approximately. So it might as well be a year. And I saw some of those conversations they have, and I'm like, really, like, why? Why are you wasting your time? You're wasting my time by even having that debate. And that's why I can't. That's why I can't watch that stuff because it's just like I know it gets the views. I know people watch it, but I don't understand why. It's just not. I don't understand why. I mean, I understand it because some people are just so into it that they're just like, oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and it gets people talking and all that kind of stuff. But it's just like, because again, like they had the one question they had was like, did Lamar just did the Ravens lose the game or did the Raiders win the game? And it's just like, yeah, you just get people going at each other's throats with questions like that. That's what gets the testosterone going because of course Raiders fans are going to say like, yeah, well the Raiders obviously, no, they didn't just like squander the game away. We definitely won that game because of our quarterback as opposed to like, since when is a fan going to say like honestly, truthfully, oh yeah, yeah, they just played like crap and that's what helped us win. No normal fan is going to admit to that. No fanboy fan is gonna admit to that. What kind of question is that? Exactly, but they sat there. They literally sat there and debated that for like a half hour. I'm like, how? Why are you? Why is that even a thing? You would admit to it? No, you would not, JJ. Stop lying. Stop lying. That was just like such a stupid thing, and I just saw it because they just happened to be on at B Dubs, and my brother and I went on Tuesday, and I'm just like sitting there like it's so typical of them to have a question like that and then like debate it to death, even though there's really nothing to debate there. Like it's just because some people will watch that and be entertained by that. Yeah, I can't. Hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow should be good. I feel like tomorrow's going to be a good game for the Browns for sure. I think, I get like people. So that's the thing. I think they were just like, oh, or I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up, but I feel like some people were overreacting to the fact that Texans won. It's like, dude, they played the Jaguars. Like, you can't judge anything. And again, one, it's week one. Two, you play the Jaguars, who have a new quarterback, a new head coach, like practically like their whole team is new. That means nothing. It just doesn't. It doesn't mean anything at this point. The Texans going to the Super Bowl. See, that's what I'm saying, JJ. You see, you're saying you would be the one to say like, oh yeah, like no, the other team just sucks so bad that helped my team win. Like you're proving your statement wrong because you have to know that obviously the Jaguars are that bad. What? Why is that a? I'm so confused by that. Jags beat the Colts week one last year and went 1-15. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to knowingly know that but again, like I'm not it doesn't take anything away from the win. So that's not I'm not trying to say that it takes anything away from the win. It's good that like if you're so like the mindset of like a Texans team or even like a Giants team at this point, like because again, I'll just speaking from the perspective of a Browns fan after all those years of just bad teams, like the one thing that where Cleveland always shot themselves in the foot is like there's just teams that you should just be able to win against. And so you win the games you're supposed to win. But the Browns would never win the games they're supposed to win. Like if you're playing a bad team, then you need to be able to win that game. Otherwise, you are the worst team. And so you don't want that on your record. So I mean, yes, the fact that they beat the Jaguars is good for them. That says that okay, you won a game that you were supposed to win. But going into Cleveland, you don't say you can't necessarily go in there with the mentality of like, yeah, this is a game I should win. Like no, like I mean, from a player standpoint, you need to be thinking that way, right? But like realistically speaking, you don't just go up against the Browns anymore at this point and say like, yeah, I should be able to just win that game. It's just not a thing. I mean, you should say like, yeah, I have a chance, but like, because everyone does. Everything's 50-50, right? You always have a chance. There's always a chance. All right, Preston. What you trying to say the Texans are bad? I'm just saying that I don't think anyone realistically could think that there's any expectations for the Texans this season. Like I don't think anyone probably going to destroy Tyrod. I said that I think that Miles Garrett is probably going to concuss his ass just like he did like Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield might throw 3 picks tomorrow. Stop it. Stop it. Nah, man. Nah, they just got to they just do the same thing they did last week against Kansas City, except you clean up your miscues. Again, if it weren't for a few miscues, those were the defining moments of the game. You tolerate Texans hate. Tyrod hate is where I draw the line. Stop. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want the guy to get hurt. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not sitting there thinking like, yeah, I hope they hurt him, but I am saying that I could see a chance of him potentially getting hurt because even when he played for Cleveland, it's not like he's that elusive anymore. He's not like that kind of QB. Like they played the Jaguars, is what I'm saying. They played the Jaguars. They played Urban Meyer in his first year as an NFL head coach with his first year quarterback and first year like practically most people on that team, coaching staff, players, like that's a game that you're supposed to win. That's all I'm saying. Should have kept Blake Bortles. Oh God. You should have seen Tyrod last Sunday look better than Watson. Oh God. Well, that's kind of sad, isn't it? He's not supposed to look better than your first round pick from not too long ago. So what the hell's even should have kept Minshew? Yeah, really. Or Foles. Should have kept Foles around. Shit. Anyone to give you a chance. But I still think they're gonna make. I think they're gonna look back and be like, yeah, we should have drafted Justin Fields. That's what I think. Oh yeah, so I went streaming here, and I was actually intending on. I've been going through my shopping cart. Watson ain't coming back, like ever. Like, you think they're actually gonna trade him? I guess I'm confused by how it went from, oh yeah, he's gonna start the season and like nothing's gonna happen. The NFL can't really do anything about it this year. To like, okay, he's just not on the team or he's not like starting. Like, how did it go from like all this positivity to just all of a sudden like now he's going to jail? But I thought everything I read was like, yeah, people came forward, but like there's really not much merit to anything. They've been, lawsuits and stuff, and things have been getting dismissed in court and that kind of crap. So you better not drop the soap. Oh God. I remember seeing. I've been watching. I've been watching Friday the 13th movies lately, and I was on the one where like the guy was, he was in the shower like making out with this chick, and then she left, and then he heard someone come in the bathroom, and he's like, "Oops, I dropped the soap." He's like, "Why don't you come in here and help me out?" He was like talking to some other guy. It was just like, the heck, okay. He played with the Texans. Watson's dead to the NFL. It's not even October, pal. Wait, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, you mean for the Friday the 13th? No, it's fine. I mean, it's close and it's getting close enough. I was just in the mood to watch the movies because last year I think you guys remember I got that big. It was either earlier this year or later last year. I got that big box collector's edition box from Amazon, and it's got all the Blu-rays in there. So it's just cool just to be able to pop those in and watch them. Yeah. So I've been rewatching The Shield, which I'm not now on season 7. Just checking to see if the bot was still on. Yeah, it was putting in the links and stuff. So it's just crazy. I never turned it off. And then I just remember sometimes in some of the streams, like when I would try to use it, like when I was doing a sim or something, like the thing would never respond. But then for some reason, it seems like if I go live here, it like never it never has any issues. Do I have Netflix? Yeah, I've got Netflix. I even have a Blu-ray plan or the DVD plan they call it with Netflix too. Although I haven't, I actually still have Blu-rays that I got from Netflix. I got a Blu-ray and a DVD I got from Netflix from like I swear I've had them for like 2 years or something, and I never sent them back. I need to. I've been like I have them on my desk, and I'm like I just got to send these damn things back. So next month, early October, they're supposed to be releasing an Underworld collector's edition, like limited time collector's edition, like steelbook. I don't know if it's steelbook or not. I feel like it might be, but I'm not 100% certain. But either way, it's a limited edition Underworld collection of all the movies, including like the latest Blood Wars movie. So I have the box that had the first 3, so I can get the 4th one in the collector's edition. So I have that on my calendar to buy that on Amazon when that comes out. So I think it's a 4K if I remember correctly. I think it's a 4K set. So that's gonna be sexy. Like I don't have any Underworld movies in 4K, so I get the whole set in 4K. That's gonna be cool. I always look out for stuff like that. I check the Blu-ray website every once in a while, and anytime they talk about things that are coming up in the future, I just add it to my calendar on my phone so I can get a reminder to go buy it or pre-order or whatever when it comes up. All right, I need to think of the stuff I want. So I got wine in my cart. I got champagne in my cart. I don't really need either of those things, but like, I just hope the pickup for me to get this stuff is not going to be like 20 years from now. So I got cheese. Oh, you know what? I need lettuce. I've been getting back to like trying to. You watch Money Heist or Ozark? I've seen a thing. I've seen like an advertisement for the Ozark thing, but turning into an alcoholic. I've been an alcoholic, man, since last year. Ever since that first iteration with Natasha, man, I became a freaking raging alcoholic. No, I'm kidding. I stop drinking when I want. Like for example, like I haven't had alcohol in my well, it's probably been a few days, but I bought like a 12 pack and like I haven't bought wine recently or champagne or anything like that. I buy like my Angry Orchard like here and there, but like once I run out, like I usually wait like days before I go and buy another um any other alcohol. Like I usually just try to when I go out, I drink on Tuesdays with my brother, and then Sunday mornings when I go to Top Golf, I have some mimosas. Generally speaking, those are the only times I drink. If I don't have alcohol in my house. Don't worry, big. I drank 17 bottles of vodka in the past 2.5 nanos. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that. You'd be dead, actually, if you did that. Although you didn't specify the quantity, but even if it was like those little bottles, you'd probably still be dead. Maybe. Because I think the little bottles are no, there's got to be more than just a shot worth of vodka. Those got to be at least like 2 or 3 shots of vodka, probably. It's a shot glass. Is it really? The little bottles are like comparable to a shot glass. So like, but even then, like if you were for your age and you weigh like nothing, if you drank 17 shots of vodka, I think you die. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like there's more than a shot glass in those things. Like maybe two, maybe three, and like those little mini bottles they have. Because shot glasses, they look deep, but they're not because they're usually like curved at the bottom or whatever, and they're like dense at the bottom. So like maybe a quarter of an inch of the shot glass is like just glass. Hey, you don't weigh nothing. You weigh a feather and a paper clip. Yeah, pretty much. Are you still like under 100 pounds? Trey's like, I'm like 80 pounds, man. I'm huge. I'm fat. I feel fat. I got jelly rolls. All right, so I got milk, bread, block cheese, Angry Orchard, carrots, veggie straws, two cucumbers, a box of yogurt bars. Actually, I should get another one of those. I get 2 boxes of yogurt bars. You know what? Should I buy a box? Yeah, I need to buy that so I can get some. So hamburger buns. That's right. I need to figure out what the eggs I get. So there's 2 types of eggs that are always available, and I always end up like overthinking and getting the wrong one. Like I get the right one usually, but then I get the wrong one. So uh eggs from cage-free hens with constant access to the outdoors and a humane environment, fed only vegetarian diet without the use of hormones. So that's the one. The second is eggs produced from egg. Wait, what? Oh, eggs produced from cage-free hens raised in a humane environment, fed only 100% without the use of antibiotics or hormones. So I feel like the cage-free are the wrong. It's the wrong one. No, I always get like organic eggs. Those are the only type of eggs I will buy are organic eggs. Oh, you know what? So that's interesting. So this one's not labeled as organic. So it is the cage-free ones that I want, the blue. Why do I feel like I always say no? So free range is like just not the same. Yeah, I'll pay extra for eggs just so that I get like something that's decent. Trace toothpaste is what you put on your toothbrush and clean your mouth with, and toilet paper is to wipe shit out. Wait, what? Oh, toothpaste, toilet paper, mustard, ketchup. Ew, mustard and ketchup? No, there's none of that shit in my house, dude. I don't use condiments on anything. I don't use mustard or ketchup for like anything. I don't put that shit because again, that's all that shit adds up. All the sodium that comes in that crap. Ugh. Okay, but do you use condoms? That's a personal question. Yeah, no ketchup, dude. I don't even eat ketchup with French fries. I'll put salt on French fries, but like maybe like a little bit, but like I don't put ketchup on French fries. I like malt, like vinegar on French fries is pretty good, like the malt vinegar or whatever, but even that I rarely even do anything like that. I just like regular ass French fries. Bakers are like tomatoes. I love tomatoes. Tomatoes are great. Why do you think I grow them in my garden? Cherry tomatoes and the beefsteak tomatoes need more stew. You know, I have been thinking about actually making that again. I am considering doing that actually. I need to look at my recipe list though to remember what I need to order. That's a good idea though. That is a good idea because I was actually thinking about making that again. Regular dry fries. Well, I mean, they're just basically it's potatoes, just cooked potatoes. Then why don't you like ketchup? Because tomatoes. Okay, so first off, if you're sitting here trying to say that yes, tomatoes may be used to make ketchup, but usually ketchup is a result of like processing a tomato. And I'm sure if you look to see how much tomatoes actually in a bottle of ketchup, it's not, I'm sure, pretty sure it's not much because there's all the other crap they add in there, like corn syrup, and they add, if it was just tomato ground up and refined into ketchup, then that's one thing. But that's not what ketchup is. It's because they add all that other shit in there. So that's ketchup. That's why I don't eat ketchup. Like I'll eat tomato. Like I'll cut up a tomato and eat tomatoes. Like put a little salt and pepper on there. Perfect. Great. There's no corn syrup or trash that's in my tomato at that because of that. That's the thing, dude. I don't really overthink this stuff. It's just a mindset I've always had. Even when I was a kid, I never ate ketchup on stuff or I never used condiments on anything. Like I'll use steak sauce every once in a while. But that's like on hamburgers. Like I put steak sauce on hamburgers because I just like the way it tastes. And I'll put like bread and butter chips on my hamburgers because I just like the way it tastes. I feel like it makes a hamburger taste like something. But I don't put ketchup on my hamburger ever. Said Heinz are labeled as containing 39% tomato concentrate. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing, dude. So I mean, it's not just straight. If it was just straight up tomatoes, like if you had organic ketchup, then yes, that would probably be fine. But I don't even know. Do they even have organic ketchup? I don't even know if it's a thing. I mean, I'm sure it probably is at this point, but I've never looked for it because I just don't think that way. I don't think like, ooh, let me see what I can put on my food. It's just like I just like the natural taste of food. So do I still do my workout regimen? Right now, it has been on pause. The only reason why I put it on hold was not because it wasn't because I couldn't do it, but but it was partly because I couldn't do it because so I've been sick for like let's see, so the day after it was Labor Day. So Labor Day was the 7th. So last Monday. So last Monday after I went with my mom to that train ride thing, I came home that night and I exercised at 10 o'clock at night. And I think that was the last time I posted something on Snapchat about the exercise stuff. And then Tuesday, I felt like shit. Like, not like I didn't feel weak, but like I didn't feel right. Like, I just felt like just terrible. So I ended up actually taking off of work Tuesday and Wednesday. I went back to work on Thursday and still felt like shit. This week I've been like, I've had like, so last week I had like head congestion and it felt like sinus drainage and all this crazy stuff. I just didn't feel good enough to like, I felt like if I exercised, my body would not have been like recovering, if that makes sense. So I didn't want to exert all my energy to that and then not leave my body enough energy to actually recover from feeling sick. So then this week I was going to start doing it again. I had like so after I got over the whole upper like nasal congestion stuff, I was taking Theraflu and stuff and kept drinking that, and that finally cleared up. I had like a day or two where everything was fine. I was starting to feel better again, and then I think it was Wednesday. Then like Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, then all of a sudden I started getting chest congestion. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Then then my chest was like it wasn't like feeling heavy or anything. Um but like I had this chest congestion, I was starting to like hack up mucus and stuff like that. And I was just like, and that's just not something I ever do. I never have congestion like that. And then all of a sudden my sinuses were draining again. It's just like, dude, like what the fuck? Yes, I actually did go get a COVID test because my mom was like, go get a COVID test. Go get a COVID test. Just make sure you don't have. I'm just like, I don't have COVID because Melinda had something similar. Not, it didn't last nearly as long, but I feel like part of it, it's like a sinus mixed with like a virus or a cold or whatever. Um, so now I'm like on week two of having some kind of like respiratory or sinus related crap, and so I'm hoping by the time next Wednesday rolls around, oh no, sorry, by Tuesday till the 21st. By the time the 21st rolls around, I'll feel good enough to getting back to like just continuing where I was at with the MBFA stuff because I miss it. Like I was doing so good when I was at like 40 days or something, whatever it was. I was definitely past 30 days, so like 37 days or 36 days approximately of doing that. And so like that was good. I was on a roll and I was like I felt good that I had something that I was doing consistently and I was feeling good about myself and like all that kind of stuff. It was really good for me to have that. And I actually miss it. Believe it or not, I miss it. So it'll be good to actually get back to it. Oh, muscle milk. I need to buy the powdered stuff. Yeah. I've seen that's what I was doing too, was I was buying the the big container of the powdered muscle milk and then just throwing that in a blender with actual milk and blending it. I'm bald. I'm not that bald. Like, come on. Like, there's not a lot of hair up there, but this I just got my hair cut yesterday. So yeah, I mean it's certainly shorter than usual, but yeah, I just literally just got my hair cut yesterday. So yesterday afternoon. Yeah, but I've had three COVID tests this year, and all of them come back negative. Yeah, I had the one when I was sick earlier in the year in like April or whatever. Then I had the one before I went to that concert with Melinda because the concert venue or the artist required it or whatever. And then I had the one I just got the results back yesterday. Actually, I just got the results back yesterday morning at like one. It was like 1 a.m. where CVS sent the email with the test results, and I took the test on. Are you still anti-vaccine? Stop saying that. I'm not anti. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Like the thing is that they group people are starting to group people who don't want to get the vaccine into the group of people that don't believe in vaccines at all. It's not that I don't believe in them, but like I said, I haven't got a flu shot in like 2 decades. I just don't get a flu. I just don't get flu shots. So I mean, a vaccine for COVID is basically the same thing. So no, I'm not like. I mean, when I get sick, like I start thinking about it more because I'm like, man, like then I wouldn't really have to guess, but you still kind of do. How the hell are you alive? What do you mean, how am I alive? Um, it's because your body like can fight this stuff off, man. Like that's the thing, and I rarely get like that sick. Baker don't go outside confirmed. I mean, compared to the average person, I probably don't go outside nearly as much. But I do have to go out. I have to go shopping and be around people, and I go see my brother every Tuesday. I see my mom every Friday. I go to Top Golf every Sunday. Like I go see my therapist. Like I go out and I have to do stuff. So like I go out, but like if I can avoid going out, I don't go out. Like it's yeah, I mean I'm not like sitting there saying I'm not telling people don't get a vaccine. Get a vaccine if it makes you feel comfortable. If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine too. Like I'm not gonna sit here and like call you names because of it. Like I just, but now like a lot, I feel like even like the third party or like whatever like bipartisan like news sites, they're even like, oh, if you haven't gotten vaccinated, the one guy was like, oh, if you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, well then like, don't be taking up a hospital bed. Don't be taking up a hospital bed. Don't be taking a hospital bed away from a person who has like a broken arm or a broken leg because you could have prevented from getting sick. And it's like, yeah, but you guys are like, they're like almost intentionally turning their heads away from the fact that like, guys, but like people who get vaccinated are still getting sick with COVID. So, like now, granted, yeah, you can say, well, yeah, okay, but the rate's not as high, but they're still getting sick. So, like, you can't say that just because you're vaccinated, it's the end all be all. Like, it makes you feel safer, or maybe it makes you sleep better at night, but it doesn't necessarily change the landscape of things that much. So I hate the fact that there people are being that aggressive about. However, the company I work for, so I'm sure you guys saw this. Biden had the thing or whatever where they said that they're trying to push if your company has 100 or more people that they're going to mandate. They want them to mandate you get vaccinated or get tested every week. Our company just sent an email out like on Thursday, I believe. No, it was Friday morning. Friday morning, I sent an email on saying like, hey, as you know, like um, there was this mandate. Well, we're looking into how we're going to handle that, and it sounds like they're going to comply with it. But then it leaves the question open because this company I work for, I mean, there's literally thousands of people. It's not just like some small business where there's 101 people or something like that. This is a company that has thousands of people that work for them all across the country, across the world, as a matter of fact, and it makes you wonder how are they going to manage that? There's 14 people in your local hospital with COVID, and all 14 are unvaccinated. Well, I mean, that's possible. I mean, I'm not saying you can't get. I guess my point still was just that you can still get sick with COVID even if you're vaccinated. Especially because also like the variants that they've been talking about, there's the Delta one, and then I heard like there was another one that was like in a different country that started up or something, and so like there's going to be more and more variants, and like if they're saying that you got vaccinated and now you need to get booster shots to prevent yourself, that's the thing, it's not figured out. But then everyone wants to go on these tirades about like, well, the FDA approved it, so it must be good enough, right? So like, oh, FDA, FDA, and it's like now that's a new talking point that everyone keeps throwing in your face, and it's just like, but it hasn't been tested enough. It hasn't been tested long enough, and then it doesn't protect you against all the variants, as seen by real use cases. It just people aren't thinking about like all that stuff. You've seen things on TikTok is like unvaccinated people shouldn't expect a ventilator in a hospital if they're anti. No, I know that's the thing. It's so dangerous because it's just dangerous. It's just so dangerous to people for people to have those opinions because you're basically for people that are making a choice that is within their constitutional right to not have the government dictate to them to get vaccinated. People are upset by that. But at the same time, I wanted so this okay, so let's flip it this way. I would like to know how many of those people that are like saying stuff like that also own guns. And I want to be able to reply to those people and say, you know what? I don't like the fact that you have guns in your house, so you need to get rid of all your guns because I don't feel safe with you having guns. And they'd be like, oh, Second Amendment, blah blah blah. My exact point is that's because then they'd be like, well, that's dangerous that you're saying that you need to take I need to take my guns away because you don't trust me with them and all that kind of stuff. Hey, you know what? I have the same right as you have. The government can't tell me to get vaccinated, just like the government can't tell you can't go in your house and take away your guns. End of story. Mic drop. Like there's nothing more to be said than that. But I know, and I have to imagine. I'm sure some of those people that are filming those TikTok videos and all that crap about vaccination is just like. What I was saying, it's like Nazi Germany. Well, yeah, that's probably mainly like Republicans for the most part. But I'm saying like for any of the most likely Republicans, yo, who made up these rules? Made up what rules? Um, the liberals. Stop it, Martin. The liberals. Liberal, you know us liberals, we're all about the rules, right? Republicans don't want any rules unless they're to benefit them. Otherwise, they don't care about the rules. Like if they get a rule that says they get tax break, then they want that rule. But if it's a rule that says like, well, we need to limit how many guns you have, then they're like, no, 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 no. That's government getting too much into my business. But like if the government says, hey, you don't need to pay me that much tax money, then they're like, oh yeah, 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 I want that. Like no, let's be like let's not be um hypocritical. Yo, dog, my favorite color is blue, so I chose the donkey. Oh God, stop it. Um, the elephant has blue in it too, though. The elephant isn't all red. The elephant's like top blue with like red legs or something crazy like that, or it's like stripes or something. The donkey, I even think, isn't all blue. You like elephants? Marcus is like, I want to be the elephant in the room. So Marcus, what have you been up to, man? I saw that bullshit story you said in Discord about like you're thinking about quitting band. I don't believe you. I don't believe you one bit. I think you just made that shit up. I think it was just you that was an emotional response to something that probably happened that day. That's my guess. What kind of event are you looking at that's half blue and red? He's talking about the elephant that represents the Republican National Committee or whatever. Yeah, it's got a red bottom and the top is arced and it's got three stars in it, but the top's blue. It's like basically the American flag. So it's got red and blue. The donkey is basically the same thing, except for it's like literally it's almost the exact same thing. It's like except for the elephant faces right, the donkey faces left. Haha, makes sense. The donkey's got a star for an eye, and then still a red bottom with a white stripe in it and a blue top, and then they got three white stars in the red. Like it's so they both have the colors of the American flag in them. Like there's no, but just traditionally should have been like eagle versus monkey. Oh God. Well, who? Oh. You know, dude, I don't know. Like, I get it. Like, some people are saying, like, see, I think it's okay. So here's the thing. I think it's considered being drastic to say that you're going to quit your job because your job requires you to be vaccinated. Because, to be honest, the only reason why I say that is because where else are you going to go work that isn't going to be subject to the same thing? No, it wasn't an Amber Alert. It was a phone call. But I hung up on that person because this stream is too important. You guys are too important to me for me to take that phone call. My brother is in the Marines and his far right as they come, and he got the vaccine. Well, I don't think he, but see, then I don't think he's that far right because I think if he's like really like Donald Trump far right, then he wouldn't have been vaccinated. Fortnite has phone calls. What? Okay, I need to keep picking this stuff out. So, but Trey had a good point about the the stuff for that stew. But I don't know if Giant Eagle's gonna have all that stuff. And actually, it might. Actually, you know what? It will have it in my list. I'm pretty sure, depending upon how far back they started tracking this. So Giant Eagle, they did it. Their website's pretty cool now. When you if you want to go place a curbside pickup order, because they track all your purchases that you made with your Advantage card that you have with them. So you can go back and scroll through all the things that you've ever bought with them, and then look for that to reorder stuff. So that's pretty neat. Trump's vaccinated. Yeah, he got vaccinated. But remember recently Trump had that rally where he was telling people, "Oh yeah, make sure to get vaccinated." Everyone booed at him, and he's like, "Well, I mean, if you don't, then that's fine too. But like, you should do it because I did it, and if there was something wrong, like you'll be the first to know or something." It's just like even because he set people up with that mindset. That's not why I don't get vaccinated. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump saying to either not get it or whatever. Like, trust me, it has nothing to do with that. It's just like I said, I don't get flu shots or any of that kind of shit. So like, that's just like in my DNA more or less. It's really has nothing to do as much either with like, oh, my constitutional rights. Like, I'm not like that kind of like, like the Republicans usually say shit like that. Just who are you? Dude, look, I'm a guy who thinks about the topic and then makes decisions based on the topic. Like I'm not like, well, I'm just automatically right or I'm automatically left or I'm this, that, or the other. Like it's like what is the subject matter? Let's discuss it and then I'll decide what the hell I want to do. Oh, just okay, yeah, just who you are. Yes, just who you are. Sorry. Take the mask off. Yeah, sorry. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for the 2 times a year I go live. No. I've been trying to think of like stuff that like so I was thinking about doing like a Madden simulations, but the problem I'm gonna have is that I bought the Xbox Series X version, and the Series X is I only have that downstairs, and I'm not buying another Series X for up here if I'm not actively gonna be playing. I don't want to be moving that freaking thing like upstairs and downstairs all the time. I want it to be downstairs. So, and I'm pretty sure they said like you can't just those games aren't like backwards compatible, so to speak. So I can't just pop Madden Series X edition into my Xbox One X and expect that to work. So like I'm not gonna buy Madden again just to stream it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking maybe I might be able to do something, but I don't know if their controllers are gonna work that well that way. I know they had where you could use the Windows app to like stream your Xbox like to your computer or whatever. So if I can do that, then I might be able to do that. I mean, there's like a little lag because of it because it's going over the network, but like that might be the only other way I can do it. But I don't know how that's going to work with the controller because like my Xbox is downstairs and I've got like maybe 3 walls the controller signal would have to go through to get there. And I don't know if the Bluetooth they have on that or whatever it is because I don't think it's RF anymore. It's like Bluetooth. So just stream down. I can't because I can't do that because I don't have a computer down there. Like if Xbox like I don't understand it. This day and age, how the fuck does Microsoft not have a fucking YouTube app on Xbox One? Like I feel like this is the most absurd thing. They're fine with you streaming to Facebook because Mixer went down, but just have a fucking app where we can stream to YouTube. Like that is the most absurd thing. The only other way I could do it is I could just use my phone and stream me watching the game on the big TV and talk to you guys. But it's kind of hard to talk like that because then the phone's like pointed at the TV, so I have to be like looking back at the phone and not really like focus on watching the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's just weird. So I don't know. How the heck, I would end up doing that. I'd have to get like those damn liberals. Yeah, I cannot believe that they still don't have an app for YouTube. Like that is just like, and I get it because they had their own at one point, but like, come on. You don't have Mixer anymore. So what is your allegiance to Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't own Facebook. So forget that crap. Like just allow Google to give you an app for Xbox that we can just use to stream from Xbox One. Simple enough. Baker System 1. Dude, a long time ago, I used to work with this guy. We had this dream that we were going to create our own operating system. I still feel like that would have been the coolest thing to do, to create your own operating system. Like that would be a crazy adventure to go on, and you would learn so much about software development and just like writing the bootstrap process and all that crazy stuff that goes in the operating system. Like that would just be insane. It would be, I feel like it would be a really cool thing to do, but like I don't have the education to pull that off, unfortunately. And it was always this huge thing. We're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and be great, and then like we never did it. He never wanted to spend time. Like, he's like, oh, I could write stuff up and maybe you could like research stuff. And I feel like I was always researching stuff, and then he would like never research anything. And I'm just like, well, I'm just doing all the work then. There's no motivation in that. All right, so I'm trying to think. So I got eggs. Oh shit, my phone's like getting, damn, it's down to 26%. Wow, the Yankees scored some runs. I was actually kind of hoping that the Indians would shut them out. He followed the Giants. Like, you're stupid for asking that question. Oh man, he has burned like with the first question he's asked 8 Ball in like months. The only thing about landscape on this phone is it's just so like, I don't know, it seems so weird. I need to replace a light in there. One of the light bulbs is burned out, but I'm just like, you always tell the truth. Oh, damn. 8 Ball just burned JJ right there. No. Wait, did he respond? Did it respond to you, Donovan? I didn't see it respond to you again. Oh, you're stupid for asking that question. That's hilarious. Now he's got the head exploded. Head explosion. All right, so I've got... Oh, I probably need to get another bag of sugar. So I do need to get sugar. I need to get muscle milk. Oh, that's right. I need to get lettuce. I've got bread, eggs, the cheese, red peppers, cucumbers. I got plenty of salad dressing. I have, I got croutons. I added those. I don't need peanut butter. I got plenty of salad dressing. I got like a bottle and a half of this stuff. Guys, this stuff, Newman's Own. This is the best salad dressing you could possibly get. Newman's Own. 100% profits go to charity. Balsamic vinaigrette. This shit is amazing. It's organic, so it doesn't have like the that syrup and all that, corn syrup and all that shit they put in like salad dressing or any of the other crap. It's great. This stuff is amazing. This bot sucks. They just keep saying you're stupid for asking questions. Will the Texans win the Super? I mean, I think you're just saying the bot sucks because he's not giving you the answers you want. That's why it sucks. Lettuce. Produce, iceberg, lettuce. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do this time differently. But you take over the world. Oh God, he will. I can blow you a kiss in the process. Sugar. Oh God. JJ, he's just crushing you today, man. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Does anyone have any? Oh, that's. I cannot forget that. I need to get more Pam. Oh my God. I keep forgetting to buy that. The cooking spray. These are on sale for $2.99. So, but that's like $6 for 12 ounces. I mean, I guess it kind of works out. I just get two of those. I keep forgetting to get cooking spray. Bot just calling me ugly and stupid. Well, sorry, but not sorry. I'm kind of upset with Preston. He told me the last 2 days he was supposed to be damn. Um, he told me the last 2 days that we were supposed to be talking on the phone or something, and he's just like, nope. He said, "F you, Baker, not talking to you." I'm like, what a jerk. What a jerk. Oh, you know what? I should get so do they have pepper jack what? Pepper jack. So do they actually have this still? See, I can never find this every time I go to the store, the deli style pepper jack cheese. So maybe they started putting it somewhere else. Because has anyone else noticed that? So like they actually have uh Sargento makes a Colby pepper jack cheese, which is crazy. So it's Colby jack cheese, but with peppercorn sprinkled in it. It's okay. It's pretty good, but like it's not the same as pepper jack cheese. So like I really just want pepper jack cheese. Do they have pepper jack cheese? They do. They're advertising, so I'm gonna add it to my cart. They better sure as hell have that shit. Because I'm gonna be disappointed. No, dude, 8bot. Wow, 8bot. You know what? I think 8bot's just upset that no one's been using them. So he's just being a dickhead right now. He's just like, you know what? Fuck you guys. No one at H-Ball, do you like cream pies and would you like me to come over? Oh no. H-Ball said maybe. Oh man. Oh, uh-oh. And he blew you a kiss too, JJ. He blew you a kiss. That was so appropriate for that response. Onion. So let's see. Do they have? Oh, I hate that. Why? I don't want stuff that have like onions in it. If I type onion, it's because if it's got something that's got onion in the product ingredients, it shows me everything that has onion in the product ingredient. So apparently Doritos, which I never would have bought myself, has onion in it. So it shows up when I search for onion. It's like, really? Tostitos, Totino's pizza rolls shows up because it has onion in it. Her, stop saying he. No, it's a he. You want to give him a cream pie, JJ. Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy that stuff for Stu. Baker raw dogs. Why is it really? Why are you guys posting this shit in Discord, man? You guys are crazy. You guys are so silly. Oh, so that Harrison guy got fined $12,000 for shoving the coach. But how much did the coach get fined for shoving him? So that's what I want to know. I want to know what was the penalty to that coach for having pushed him, for the coach to have pushed the player to begin with to incite the response. What what penalty is being given to that coach? Because I think that's BS that if a coach can just come into a play at the end and shove you and nothing happen and nothing happen, that's bullshit. I mean, I get like the coach is probably being defensive, like thinking he was doing something to the player, but like still, players can't do that. The player can't come and just shove you out of the way because they think you're doing something unsportsmanlike to another player on their team. Like they will get penalized for that. So like a coach should be the same thing. You can't just find this guy $12,000 and be like, oh well, the coach had nothing to do with it. Like, of course he did. Does Baker like cream pies? There's a chance. Stop it. Um, I like cherry pies. Um, no facial gesture for that one. That would be inappropriate for kids. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna go actually because I gotta check. I gotta look at the notes on my phone before my phone dies. For what I need to order for this stew again. But it was nice to talk to you guys for a little bit. It's been an hour and a half, so that's pretty long. It was a lot longer than I was expecting to be on here for. So. Yes. Oh man. Eight Ball knows me well. All right, anyways, thank you guys for coming to say hi. I appreciate it, dudes. um yeah, we'll do this again. We will do this again for sure. So I'm gonna finish ordering my food. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.